They did. We were just talking about breakfast, and I was home with my mom in Licking County, Newark, Ohio, and I've always looked for an excuse to come back to Ohio, and Joe Jarabek keeps giving me good excuses to come back to Ohio, right?
Oh, we love it and appreciate it, and the team getting everybody here. And Ohio is unique. I think we've got a great situation here in Ohio with a very friendly administration, Jobs Ohio, and a climate here that is very, very ripe for investment.
But it's really on a roll right now. So let's pull back for a moment. You've been part of our community for 4 or 5 years. We've been evolving from roundtables to bigger roundtables to conferences, and you've brought Lieutenant Governor from Ohio to our New York conference. We were just talking about that with Stephen Burke here today. Well, first of all, thank you for all of that.
Happy to.
But I think our community is waking up. We've been doing it, but the world is seeing there's onshoring, there's the talent pool, all the things that you know about in spades. But if you were like to say, where do you see Ohio in 10 years? Like, get the world ready for where Ohio is going to be.
I think Ohio's going to be in a great spot in 10 years. I really do. Because of the management, where everything is right now, how government's approaching Ohio, we're going to be in a very, very good spot. And you look at all the technology that's coming in, tech is driving, manufacturing is doing well. In terms of investment, real estate is hot. So I see Ohio in 10 years. Ohio's going to be, the other thing in Ohio too, right now the legislature in Ohio believes in 4 years they can do away with personal income tax. So if we do that in Ohio, we're then playing ball with Florida and Texas and some of the other states that, from that perspective, we're not doing with right now.
But now let's go back even 30 years ago. We took it in the gut. And like our blue collar towns, we got hit hard. And so let's hope that we execute. What could get in the way of that plan, and how maybe can our community help make sure it's realized, Ohio's potential?
There's a lot there. Investment's one, but also too the thought leaders are coming in, because I think a lot of people that have interacted with the community here have taken a lot back that people from all over the world have brought in here in terms of ideas and things that they're doing. And you look at it, it's you mentioned where we come from, coming from the Youngstown area, Black Monday, all the steel mills moving out. I mean, the place completely gutted. Now you've got the Voltage Valley. I mean, it's a leader right now in terms of what we're doing. You take autonomous here outside of Columbus, smart cities that are happening. I mean, there's a lot of forward thinking here that's just not getting the press that Austin is, or maybe the Silicon Valley is, but there's a lot going on.
But speaking of Austin, I think you think of this, we're in Columbus, Ohio, the growth that's happening right now. And I have my kid, 17-year-old, like, where am I going to go to college? Where am I going to go after that? Mm-hmm. The narrative of Ohio is changing so dramatically. Like, this is a place you don't want to just go to college and leave.
Incredibly.
So, Denison University alum, I had a Battelle scholarship to keep scholars in Ohio, and I left, but I left probably maybe for a reason at the time, but it's I think the narrative and the opportunities are changing so much. I remember the Lieutenant Governor saying, how do we keep them in Ohio? Mm-hmm. I think just by doing all the things that they're doing. All the opportunities are here, and it's still affordable. My only worry
for now.
Is we just came from so many parts of Ohio that they're all booming. The real estate is booming. Tell us about the Intel is like this new tsunami that's now coming. Maybe you can give us the inside baseball on what's happening there.
No, absolutely. Well, and I think that one thing people need to understand as well, there are 40 to 60,000 people moving into the greater Columbus area every year. They're predicting within the next 10 years, 1 million plus people. That's pre-Intel. Post-Intel, all the metrics are changing right now. So and again, it's almost some of this weird dichotomy of some of the stuff you see in South Florida where the builders want to build, but they can't get their supplies fast enough. And those are some of the things that are holding up progress here. But in terms of Intel, that's pure excitement. And looking right now in Washington, looking like they're going to pass the legislation they need to pass, basically Intel said, we have two paths. We can be slow and steady, or if the legislation passes in DC, which basically enables us to build a plant here for the same price that we could do it overseas, we're going to go hard and fast. And it is moving so. Even the first CM on the job was announced last week, Gil Bain, and instantaneously after that announcement came up, my phone was blowing up from clients, everybody else. Hey, who can we talk to at Gil Bain? What's next with Intel? And then you look at Intel's CEO, the Ohio Business Roundtable. The Intel CEO took time out of his day, spent a half hour with the Business Roundtable, top CEOs in the state, discussing the plans for Intel, why they chose Ohio, everything that went into the metrics behind it. And after he explained all of that, we knew it, we saw it, but actually seeing somebody from the outside looking in, seeing what we see, is fantastic.
And to that point, we're bringing a lot of people outside, people from different parts of the country, Silicon Valley, Research Triangle, and Carolina, Germany, and I think their eyes are now open, and we need you, because there's gonna be a lot of things that it could be a $20 billion plant, or it could be $100 billion. It could be like a trillion of ancillary things that could happen
Absolutely.
here. And I look forward to the partnership that we can make all that happen.
And we will. I look forward to it as well.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Mark.
Come join our 361 firm community of investors and thought leaders. We have a lot of events created by the community as we collaborate on investments and philanthropic interests. Join us.